In this video, we'll be learning how to state the domain, range, and end behavior for a rational function. The graph of the rational function you see here has two asymptotes. One vertical asymptote at x equals 2, and a horizontal asymptote where y equals 1. To state the domain of this function, we're simply going to read across the x-axis from left to right. So as the graph of this function moves from the left-hand side of the x-axis, which is negative infinity, to the right towards the vertical asymptote of x equals 2, it has a break. That break we're going to indicate by using the union of the two functions. From here, we can now see the graph is picking up at that break of x equals 2 and continuing on to the right through positive infinity. That will state the domain of that function. For the range of the function, we're going to use a similar reasoning, but this time we're going to read up and down for the f of x. So again, as we take a look at this graph, we see that there's going to be a break at the horizontal asymptote of y equals 1. So as I read my graph, or the function, from negative infinity to the break where the horizontal asymptote occurs at y equals 1. So we go from negative infinity to 1. That break is indicating that we're going to share a union of the two union of the two curves of the graph of the function. And then we're going to start at 1 and pick up through positive infinity. The end behavior of the function, we can use similar reasoning. This time, we're looking at it as how is the function behaving as over the domain as x goes from negative infinity to x going towards positive infinity. So we're going to look at f of x. So as x is moving away towards negative infinity, we're looking at this part of the curve here that's going up. What is f of x approaching? It's approaching that horizontal asymptote of y equals 1. So we'll say f of x is approaching 1. As x is moving away towards positive infinity, we're looking at this part of the function here and trying to determine what is that function doing as x is moving away or towards positive infinity. Again, we see it's coming down towards the horizontal asymptote of y equals 1, so f of x is approaching 1.